Whoo-wee, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie all day. So I have had this knife sitting here for a few days waiting to go. This is a knife by Kansept Knives. That's with a K. Obviously, you can see it down there. This is the Pretatout. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's what it looks like. The Pretatout is freaking pretty dope, and you're gonna see. I did a short on this video, and it got a lot of oohs and ahs, and it's worthy of those oohs and ahs. So check this thing out. Now, I've been wanting to get this knife review done because this thing is super awesome. But we've had thunderstorms every day. As a matter of fact, right now it's out there raining, or it's raining out there. But I want to try and get it going. And I know if I can get this part filmed, then as soon as something clears up, I can run outside and go film it. So if I'm wearing something different, that means it didn't stop and I had to do this another time. But I don't know if you've ever been to the Kansept webpage. I'm going to put a link down below. I'm also going to put a link to their Amazon store to where you can see this knife. I don't know how and why, but this thing's only $93.89. That's actually really good. But check out their actual webpage because they have some stuff going. It's so nice. So nice. But this thing is freaking beautiful. It's one thing to go with this like carbon layout. It's like big fat carbon type stuff. I don't know if that's what they're calling it. Yeah, carbon fiber handle. It's like a fat carbon. You got that gorgeous, and I mean abso-freaking-lutely gorgeous carbon effect going on. But then to do this wild looking, it's kind of like almost like a raindrop Damascus. I don't even know what you'd call that. It's like yin yang Damascus. This stuff is crazy cool. Now, when most people would do this, what they would do is they would throw on some silver, some nickel, titanium, something like that right there, and call it a day. But going with the gold, the design team knocked it out of the park. Going with the infinity fullers, knocked it out of the park. Everything about this is really freaking nice, man. This is a stunning knife. They even kept that same brass looking hardware going into the pocket clip, which is beautiful. This is just a great knife. It is a skeletonized frame. Really cool. Let's get into just a few of the specs, and I'll see if we can't get outside. So we have, it's 8.3 inches. I don't have my tape with me, and I don't know if all the specs are here, but it looks like maybe almost a 4-inch blade length. I don't really know, but you can see if it's 8.3 inches total. And that would, yeah, so I'm assuming it's like a 3.5 to 3 3/4 maybe blade. That is super nice, but we can't just sit in here and talk about it. We got to get to cutting with this thing. I'm gonna go outside and see if we can't do it, but the links down below will help you check these guys out. Definitely check out the website, because if you think this is crazy cool looking, you should see some of the stuff they have. It is mind-blowing, awesome stuff. Hold on. All right, so it's still raining, but just a little bit, so I might be able to get some of this done. Oh, thought it would be dim enough not to bother me, but that light still gets me. I can still hear the thunder above my head. But man, I really wish we had some sunlight so you guys could see this thing, because it is beautiful and there's literally zero sun. But this knife is gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. And it's not even the best looking knife they have. They've got some crazy cool looking stuff. So it's barely raining on me. My glasses are fogging up. But I want to see if we can't get a little something done on this, because I've had it here for a few days. And I've been just dying to get it done. Just dying to get it done. I want to use it. I actually took my, I had a Ultratech in my pocket, and I took it out, and then I was going to do this earlier, and I was like, well, if I'm going to carry this after I after I do it. And then I put the Ultratech back in because it started pouring. So I have it in, but now I have to take my Ultratech back out so I can just use this for today. All right, so let's see. Wow. All right, so that is as smooth, wow, as a shaver as you're gonna find. That, I mean, you can find a million knives that'll cut paper. Not all of them pop hair. This is shave sharp. Let's do a couple 4-foot drops. We'll see how that tip bites in. It's really nice looking here. And boop, just like that. One more time, boop. So it is going in a good 1/4 inch. Now I'll do a couple hard downwards. I know you're not supposed to throw a folding knife, everybody tells me, but this is how we test it. Oh, that's a hard throw. That was in there. That went, you could actually see there's a line right there from the wetness. I don't even know if I was in the frame because I can't see you guys. That went in over 1 inch. That is really, really super nice. Let's try and get a push cut. This wet nylon rope. Look at that. That was smooth. That was, everything's so wet I almost slid forward. Let's see, we got this hose here. Try not to cut my fingers off. Wow. Okay, so I'm running out of space. Just ripping the hose, coming on a downward cut. Freaking-tastic. Let's see. Do we have a piece that I can actually pull out? We do. All right, so let's check this out. Let's get this up here. Nice garden hose. Ooh, so super clean. That is super, super clean. So cutting, you're not going to have any kind of worries as a cutter. Look at the spacers. Use that brass-looking spacer. I probably called it gold, copper, brass. Like I'm gonna go everything that's that color. I'm gonna call it today. Just really nice. The liner lock is pure. It sits dead nut straight. It is a gorgeous flipper. I haven't even tried spidey flicking. Now I did, and it goes beautifully. So let's see. I got all these trees that I had to take down recently. Let's take off some of these 1-inch forest branches and see how quickly and easily and painlessly that goes. So let's see. Am I in? I'm in. Oh wow! You hear the thud? That's hard. There we go. That is nice. That is nice. Let's try this. Gosh, I love a good knife. I love a good knife. I love it even better when a good knife is great. And this knife so far is great. You can see no wiggling, no wobbling, no loosening. And those hard downward throws, when you see me throw a knife into a tree, everybody talks about that throw. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Nobody ever talks about the hard downward. That hard downward throw, I'm literally releasing this far from the tree. I'm almost on it, which means it's hitting with a much harder impact than those tree throws. Held up perfect. Look at how smooth this cut was. Look at that. Now let's try again. It's getting a little harder because it's shorter. Bam! That is nice. That is super, super nice. Let's see. I'll tell you, man, for an EDC means everyday carry, but sometimes the E stands for everything. And that means you can just do everything with that knife. And this is one of those knives that, as far as an EDC, you do everything with. This is going to be your break open packages knife. This is going to be your, like a whittling knife. This is going to be your, you can get fires going on a campsite knife. You can cut vines. You could do pruning. That thunder. I don't know if y'all heard that one, but that was a big one. It's just, look at that. This is a solid vine. That thing pushed through like nobody's business. Let's do some pulls on that skin here. Let's see. Look at that. Look how smooth. Man, I know it's hard, like, to explain, like, the feeling of smooth. This thing is so freaking smooth. I'm liking it. I am abso-freaking-lutely liking it. This knife is nice. This knife is really nice. I mean, making your pit spikes, tent spikes, clothing holders at a campsite. If you got to make your hot dog sticks, if you got to make a little spear or some arrows, whatever you need to do, you're going to do with a knife like this. And can it be used for self-defense? Sharp and pointy, of course it can. So let's come over here. Let's do the do. Ooh, I think the rain finally stopped. This thing is really comfortable in the hand. Really comfortable. The grip reminds me of one of those Three Rivers knife companies. That's what the grip reminds me of. It's super well done. And yeah, I just compared it to a $400, $500 knife in the grip, because that's exactly what it feels like to me. All right, let's see. Through the leather, no problem. So are you going to be able to get yourself a rabbit if you're out there? And are you going to be able to go ahead and and absolutely get through it? Yeah, you can. Now, what about kindling? Let's go. Obviously, it's a folder, so we're not going to be going through any crazy logs, but kindling is kindling. You got to light a fire. You're going to need some kindling. So let's get to hitting. Let's get to hitting. Ooh. All right, no accidental closers. That was nice. I'm surprised because they're not made to stay open when you bang on them. They're not made to be banged on. But if you're in a survival situation, sometimes you just got to bang on them and hope that your knife is good enough, because you might need it for something else to survive with. And so far, I can't find a reason for this knife not to be good enough. This is nice. This is nice. Ta-da! So let's see if there's any wiggling, wobbling, loosening. The Damascus is still all there. That pattern has not gone away. And a lot of people, they'll make you some painted on Damascus and you'll start using it, and all of a sudden, where'd the Damascus go? Nope, this guy's still there. Still there. Super, super nice. Now let's do some curls here. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's going to give me swoops. Oh, that's nice. There goes a curl. There goes. It's just got to work that edge geometry, like turn it around. It's all in how you place the knife on the wood. Oh my gosh. So yeah, are you going to be able to get a fire going? You're going to collect some kindling, maybe make a bundle? Absolutely. Absolutely with this knife. This thing is pure. And not only that, it's just good looking. You know what I mean? It's one thing to have your EDC. You know what I mean? It's another thing to have a beautiful, beautiful EDC. Look at this. Oh, man. It doesn't get any better than that. It just doesn't get any better than that. This is a fine blade. Kansept. Man. They were conceptually thinking. When they came together on this knife, somebody had their head on right, because this thing is so freaking nice. This is so freaking nice. I love where the finger grooves sit. It's even got a little thumb or palm rest, or thumb push or palm push. You can use it with the pencil fullers and the side grip. This is a really, really nice knife. You have a strap hole instead of a lanyard hole, so you have more options there. This is gorgeous. It's just point blank, bar none, pretty. I gotta lower my glasses just so I can see it, man, because I want to look at it too. This carbon, man, can you imagine if it was sunny out right now? What that would be doing? Oh, this thing, man, this is really freaking nice. So, so definitely follow the links. Go look at the Amazon link. Check it out. And if this isn't something you're into, I'm telling you, follow the webpage that I'm leaving you, because they have got some amazing looking blades. I mean, amazing looking. This thing's super nice, amazing. This thing's fantastic. Yeah, I'm sad that I had to wait, but it was completely worth it. Completely worth the wait. This knife is so freaking nice. All right, so that's it for this one. I am Donnie all day. Until next knife.